Oh yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Learn to encourage yourself, even when you've fallen. But good morning. Welcome to the TBS 961, the heart and soul of Liberia. This is Liberia's biggest breakfast show. And Dr. Tukwanan Tipute called me and said, I listen up to you and Mark every morning and say yes. Why you guys always say this is the biggest breakfast show? And I said three reasons. And he said, just let me hear one. I said, we'll cut across the 15 counties in Liberia. And he laughed about that. But good morning. This is the TBS. Good morning to the 15 county. Good morning, Nimba. 19 days to the by-elections, and we're doing the countdown. 19 days. Who's can win the senatorial race in the by-election? 7 candidates. Good morning, Nimba. Good morning, Lofa. Nimba is a new bread basket for Liberia now. Yes, good morning, Nimba. Good morning, Margibi. Good morning, Grand Kidman County, Bapolu, the hottest area for Elisa Mining. Good morning, Bapolu. Good morning, Bon. Good morning, Grangy there. Bombing County, good morning. This is the TBS. The love of liberty matters, yeah. Let justice be done to all. Not some, but all of us. Good morning, my name is O'Neill. This is O'Neill Roberts, Maka Davis. Conserving breakfast until 10 o'clock this morning. In the maze of awe, country first. Let's have our morning motivation this morning. Yes, let's take our morning motivation this morning. We must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. He who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. Well, this is our Thursday morning motivation. Bobby Didi Addison with our morning motivation this morning. Yes, good morning, folks. Good morning, Maka. How you doing this morning? Congratulations to your team into the grand finals of what's that? The Super Cup?
No, the King's Cup.
The King's Cup. Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, O'Neill. Good morning. You know, last night I was just sitting and watching because that game was going down to the last minute. Yes, because yes, you cannot be leading Atletico Madrid 1-0 and think you've won already. So we were on our heels until the final whistle. So yes, I want to say congratulations to the team. I believe that we will win some trophies this season. Yes, at the end of the season, I'm praying and hopeful that our effort, what we've done this season, will not go, without glory. We pray to celebrate glory at the end of the season. Our eyes are on all of the competitions we are in. Our eyes are on the trophies. We won the Copa del Rey. We won the La Liga. We won the Champions League.
Yeah, dream.
The last time we won the Champions League, that was in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the last time. So it's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time. So that's almost 10 years, right?
10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
What about asking though? We haven't won it before.
Yeah, but everybody know that. Everybody know that position in left now.
Y'all leave this with us, man. Y'all leave this with us.
Who are you playing in the quarterfinal?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Yes. As soon as we cross Madrid on Tuesday, we'll get the Champions League.
Yeah.
Trust me. You just save this. This is now liquor talk, eh? This is now political liquor talk taken to the bank. When Akara used to be very popular, he's not popular anymore. Yeah. Akara used to be popular.
Yeah, I remember people that grow hair now.
Great, sorry, but when you used to be very popular, when you speak, your voice will be heard across the country. This is not a liquor talk. If Arsenal qualifies ahead of Madrid, we'll win the Champions League. Yes. This is not Daniel Sando talking to Joe.
Again,
if
you are unfortunate to meet Barcelona, then that's the problem.
I think that's it. Once we cross Madrid, the owner of Champions League. That's how I would refer to them.
Madrid praying not to mean Barcelona anyway, but they just meeting all what
yeah,
it
they're
is.
meeting again. And I found out the goal. Those of you who can bet your put 2.5 or waste. Yes, they put no answer in the area in recent time.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, they have something we used to say. They say if if you're not able somebody, even if they give you steak, sell that person will still be you.
The high low.
So this season, I think Barcelona is just supreme in Spain. Yeah, Barcelona is supreme in Spain. I know this is Flick's first season, and the some point in time we lost some points and all of that, but I think he recalibrated well, and the team is on course. Defending well, have a very good midfield with Pedri. The attack is very good with Rafinha, with Lamine Yamal, and Robert Lewandowski. I think Barcelona is good. We are in good shape for the competition.
Almost all the Fulham men in Labrador are Barcelona fan.
Yeah, Barcelona is a great team. Barcelona is a great team. I don't know why people liking Barcelona fans with supporters of CDC. Sometimes they say, "Oh, Baga man, looking at CDCs." Why people always tell us that?
The loyalty.
I don't know whether it's the loyalty or they say we talk a lot or what. They say we lousy. They say a lot of things about us.
Baga, let's move it. People are talking about CDC. People are not talking about CDC like before. I'm sorry about
that. That's the difference between power and.
I'm sorry if I made the kind of statement. People are not talking about CDC like before. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I think Liberian people looking for alternative. No, serious. No, only you are right.
Yeah, we're not talking about CDC.
You're right about that.
Unity Party are making lots of errors, but on the social media, they're not talking about the CDC.
Even when a former president comes out to say something, one video I saw this morning online where he was talking about when he was president, he respected the rule of law. When people told him not to take turning position or people from turning position, he listened. He didn't take people from turning position. But one of the same post people list almost 4 turning positions that they took people from. So the argument does not hold water. Some Liberians believe that if we are criticizing Unity Party administration, if we feel Unity Party is not doing anything, CDC is not the option. I'm telling you, on you, that's how some people.
CDC is a fallback position.
If you listen to people, real people now, I'm not saying people who are partisans, they will tell you, we agree, Unity Party is making some mistakes. Some promises they made, they are not going by it. Some of the mistakes that George Weah administration did, the Bwaka administration is making some of these mistakes, but they will tell you that, but we can't go back to.
But look at Eugene. Eugene number came and he said something or so one or two or so. That's what larger Eugene received.
Yeah. So that is some of these things when you see it, you will say that how people can do survey. Yeah, the how people can do survey. If one president we are say something and you post it on a popular platform and you see the reaction to it,
of course,
you measure it by percentage. How many percent for, how many percent against? Then you will know whether this is the alternative or not. But some Liberian people believe that, well, if we can't get Unity Party, we should not also get CDC.
Yeah. But before you do your life, this is what happened on a very sincere note, right? Unity Party, the expectation was very high. I don't know, because of this rescue train, some people got on the train. They came out of their own personal interest. The train almost collapsing. I like to be fair. The train is shaking in various sectors. The train shaking, the rescue train shaking. But they are not talking about CDC. Yeah, if the train collapse, we'll go for CDC. No, and that's what the social media is there. Probably it's just 2% of or 5% of the normal reality arguments on the social media.
When I tell people power is different from money, they don't believe it. Power is different from money. Yeah.
Man, what I say that money can make the baker dance, but you have to do something before the baker accept the money.
Some people who are in power were like sheriff in a town around here. Who do you don't have money? They have money, but like I will tell you, on you, anything you steal, you can eat it in the public. I'm not. It's a parable that I'm giving. I'm not accusing anybody of stealing. I'm saying anything you steal, you can't eat it in the public. So at the end of the day, people who have power, they were showing up. They were like the sheriffs in the town. Right now, they are in their shell. You don't see them. The influence they had, you don't see it anymore.
Yeah.
Nana, for example, Representative Gray said that 10,000 men got out to the Capitol building.
It can work.
You will not see 100.
Even if he said 50 men gathered,
it won't
work. It won't work. And before then, when he made this kind of statement,
people will go.
The whole everywhere will be locked down
because the money was there and the power was there.
Yes. Even mobile models will just take his Facebook page right now and say, look, 1 million men march. You know what? The reason I would say that because look, these are our brothers, our sisters, our friends everywhere, right? When you were there, you didn't empower them.
Only you remember I gave CDC one advice after the election, right? I told them to start doing petty criticism.
Okay.
Let them go back and rebrand the CDC and bring on board new faces.
Some people are
that people can trust.
Yes.
New faces that people can trust. For CDC to make any impact in the 2029 election, CDC must enter into different new alliance or political marriage with different parties, with people with different faces that people are able to trust. But if you put a CDC in new bottle and bring it 2029, your campaign message will not listen. You'll be speaking, will be walking away.
and look, we have done something good for CDC this morning.
Yeah, I'm getting a recommendation.
Yeah, we don't rebranding.
They're supposed to give me small things.
We cut them off the space. We're not talking about them. Librarians are not talking about sedition. And don't get me wrong, George Weah is different from the CDC himself, right? Did they just say goodbye to politics? I don't know. I won't say the party going, but I mean, let leave it at the takes.
Yeah.
Let leave it at the takes, right?
Okay.
Then the other political party people talking about. Now, two things happen in the country, you like it or not, right? Unity Party has a lot of challenges, not even challenge, but challenges in most of the sectors. President Boyka trying to stabilize it, he said. Then people talking about what is the other new party about? The CMC.
Yes.
The Citizen Movement for Change. What different Musa Belete wants to bring that we have not seen? So let's truth be told, the pressure that is on the CMC, they have to raise the bar and tell librarian people say, yeah, this is the real deal.
And I can assure you that the CMC will be one of the competitors, whether they will put a presidential candidate in 2029 or legislative candidates. They will be one of the parties that will be among maybe the top 3 or 4 in the 2029 elections.
Yes.
Because if you see the way people are trooping to the party currently, you can tell that because people who this is the position of the CMC right now.
Yeah.
People who feel disenchanted with the CDC, they are going to the CMC.
Yeah.
People who feel or who are disenchanted with Unity Party. And people who are even angry about ANC, they are going to the CMC. So the CMC looks like an option to them. So you cannot rule out the CMC influence and popularity. You can see how the party's reputation is growing in a very short period of time.
Yeah,
the CMC is going to be sitting on the table in 2029.
Of course.
Yeah, you can rule that out. Because some people just vote with CDC for no reason. Some people vote with Unity Party for no reason. I forget to even call Liberty Party.
Don't forget about Liberty Party. Look at social media.
I'm telling you.
Look at the social media. Yeah, forgetting about Liberty Party, ALPO.
So imagine the great ANC.
Yeah, ANCO. LPP Uber because Taiwan is still talking writing. Yeah, so Taiwan part is still in the space. You like it or not, keep your personal feeling, but that's a fact we're telling you.
We give you clear
analysis. And what United Party?
If you fail to take some of these pieces of advice, you will regret it. I'm telling you.
Before you do your lineup, right? The great Ellen Jones. I was just going through a book couple of days or weeks ago. This child will be great, right? What Ellen did, Ellen empowered most of her partisans. She sent most of these guys that we seeing today. But now, after 12 years, the 6 more years they are here for, they are not empowering others. Let me say clear cut, the Mo Aliu, the Amos 12, all of you.
You part in the community, the people
angry,
accusing them of being even selfish.
Yes, they're too selfish.
They don't care where they used to sit and lecture people, they don't say that anymore. Similar thing people say about CDC in the past.
Yeah, that what happening right now. So 2029, what are you going to look up to? A hint to a wise is quite sufficient for the mind and soul and the spirit. It'll empower most of you. But today, you're not looking, you're using Facebook. That Facebook thing, when you make one post, you have 200,000, 1 million comments all to it. But the reality on the ground is far different. Go and campaign on Facebook, say you finish winning the election. And don't go do your real campaigning. They will beat you. I beg you, yeah.
They will beat people in the country.
Campaign on Facebook, say you finish winning election.
People will be surprised.
Yeah,
people will be surprised.
Yeah, by that Facebook TV, they will continental Mills Jones say for our analysis, Facebook say you can win the general election, and just boost the post. Yeah, man. Let's all have this morning. Good morning, folks. Good morning. Yes.
Yes, it's April 3, 2025, and a matter of fact, this is Lina's birth month.
Okay.
Lina Moore, my wife to be.
Great.
Yes, we'll be celebrating her birthday.
Don't carry the wedding to France, though.
On the 20th.
Don't carry the wedding to Paris.
On the 20th of this
you
month.
Answer that one.
Eh?
Don't carry the wedding to Paris.
No, I don't get it.
I think we are Paris unpopular. When they put in district 18 for long and say, but why can't we level here for?
We'll go to Sangaple, we'll go to Gawi,
okay.
Then we'll pass through Swatuo,
okay.
Then we'll come back and do the wedding in Monrovia.
In Monrovia, correct.
Yeah,
locally, man.
I would do it.
Locally made, man.
Exactly. Yeah, I get answer for. I get answer for.
You try, you go straight to the court. Ain't no way in the court. When someone for you for long, hey,
yeah,
la court.
Your brain are gonna horror.
No, what? Look, interesting country, man. Yes, very interesting. Let's all have this one.
Yes, so again, thanks to our sponsors, Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited, the Pan-African Bank. And yes, health tips come out shortly with David Coty this morning for 6 meetings, followed by the review of the local dailies. Have you seen any paper?
Just 2.
Okay.
One of the most consistent people that comes out Tuesday and Thursday is the Inquirer newspaper.
Yes.
Respect to the Inquirer newspaper. Yes.
Yeah, so again, the TBS is sending an appeal to Joa Cassell, the mother of is it Jamel? Jamel Cassell, who was slapped, the girl who was slapped by Kindness Wilson. Yes, we are sending an appeal that
she should withdraw the case.
Should withdraw this case. I think I nearly did a post last night.
Yes.
Yeah, I nearly did a post last night. I said, no, let me move on in there from Facebook and go to my own.
We'll beg you out this morning.
Yes, seriously.
Great.
Yes. Again, the by-election in Nima County, we have a surprise winner as 19 days to the election. While we're watching what will happen in Nimba, we're understanding that we saw something on Facebook like a citation for Edith and T1. You saw that?
Of recent?
I saw something like that.
Okay.
Yes, and I saw folks on MDR posting that they are going to NEC at 2 o'clock today.
Definitely releasing.
Nah.
Is it distraction or what?
I don't know.
But there'll be a surprise winner in that by-election.
Yes, smallholder farmers. They want the Agriculture Ministry to publish the listing of those who benefited from the tricycle that was to be given to farmers for transporting their produce from the market to the warehouses or the markets. Yes, so again, the Home of Illicit Mining in Bapolu, the student leadership spoke yesterday at a press conference, say we are crying on the Ministry of Mines and Energy and the government in general to do something. Bapolu is going. Yes, Bapolu is going. And this morning, something very important for the first time for a complaint, as far as my memory can remember, or can serve me right, for the first time for a complaint to be filed against the Grievance and Ethics Committee of the Judiciary, or if you call it the Supreme Court. Councillor Samuel Pearson, who was recently suspended for 6 months, has filed a complaint against the Grievance and Ethics Committee for uttering a report that was done, and he believes that there was some foul play, and he wants the Supreme Court to set up an independent body to investigate, for the first time, to investigate the Grievance and Ethics Committee. Well, we'll talk about this morning. It grew out of the case between him and one Bala Yabo. So we'll talk about that this morning on the TBS. Our government officials taking President Boakai's statement for granted almost 2 weeks since he said if we don't create jobs for the youth, we are in trouble. We're passing on that this morning. CMC political leader Musa Bedete said to extend work in several counties next month in building bridges and focus on agriculture. What happened to the Monrovia uh, Monserrato capital city Bentor as residents of Harrisburg are crying for safe drinking water? 8:45 to 10 after 9 this morning. We will open the lines for your interaction. Talk to your leader on this segment of the TBS. 10 after 9 will bring you sports, entertainment, commercials brought to you by EcoBank Liberia, the Pan African Bank, and Orange Liberia. 9:15 to 10 as we continue to call on the police and the Ministry of Transport attention about the reckless driving of trucks in the country. We've also invited Reverend Melvin Lake, a permanent son of Margibi County, to sit with us on the last segment of the show this morning. Let's talk about how the police can help in this light. So, in the midst of all, country first, this is the breakfast for Thursday.
Great, wonderful lineup. Yes, 30 minutes down, 8 o'clock. Let's bring on David Ernest Coty with the health tip this morning. Our good friend, our young friend David Coty. Yes, I mean, day by day, he's getting younger every day. A young man, David Coty, day by day, he's getting younger.
I love that. I love that. You know, I told you I love compliments.
What is the secret behind it, man? Every day I see David Coty still look the same, man.
Well, the secret is just eat more plant-based foods. I don't every morning. I eat four different things here, and I want people to listen, follow it, and you see the difference. Number one, eat your apple every morning, cucumber, and butterbeer. I will miss that every morning. That's my breakfast. As compared to the past when I used to eat drivers with red oil and when. No, it's changed now. And then don't forget your olive oil. Take 1 tablespoon every morning and one night. And then don't forget to get the omega-3 fatty acid. Just take one capsule in the morning, one in the evening. You're good to go. Yes, you're good to go.
Bad.
Not forgetting the women. Let them be around. They can help. You know, the smile, the faces.
Okay.
They can help to make it look good. Oh, yeah. And when I'm getting married, go ahead.
You get it what?
When I'm getting married, I'm going to do it right here. I have already planned to get married here.
You doing traditional wedding or just one shot?
No, it's going to be a public something.
Okay.
It depends on who I'm going to get married to. If it is the country chicken, then we have to start traditionally first, and we'll go that way.
Maybe it's chocolate. Is hot chocolate getting married to?
If it's a hot chocolate, there'll be no traditional thing. That is just go straight.
Okay.
They get like to act like queen.
Who's the best man? I was going to make a best man in the wedding.
Well, it will never be the end of the two of you in there. You will kill me. In fact, before the wedding, you will check out the entire thing. I'd rather choose Clarence Jackson.
Maka go make a good best man.
I beg you, my brother. I'm gonna hope it to you because you didn't get change your mind to I can marry you. No way.
Let me take a long time from coming up with that could make a good best man to you.
Yes, that man's already married to a decent woman. They've been together for many years, maybe 30, 40 years.
Okay.
He ain't got.
So best man should be somebody who married already.
Yes.
Okay.
Senator Whittle has been to my place here twice. He visited me here. He's a good man. He will not eye anything here.
David,
No.
David, let me remind you, your best man should be the man who knows a lot about you and the relationship. So you know that I know a lot. You know I know a lot about you. I'm well positioned to be the best man.
God forbid.
Oh, why not?
You'll be my best man in my dream or in your dreams. God forbid. What? I'm thinking.
A letter from Orange says she loved David's voice. When David said Orange Show, the GSM company, she said, I love this young man's voice when you say, God willing, I'll be right back. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. She said that talking along just going in her head, man. Just run down through her mind. I gotta get out of here.
I appreciate that. Whoever you are, madam, thank you very much.
I did it one with me, David will not change.
Okay.
But just quickly before you do the help, do you want Half Care to be the best man?
No, it's better to take sit down.
How about Bobby Allison?
Yeah, Bobby could be a good guy, but the man taller than me, that's another problem.
Okay, so to call out Martha Shaw, you're not getting married yet, that'd be so. We tire. What kind of problem is so?
All the excuses, get a bottom line there.
Hey, you're not getting married.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, man. Let's see what you have this morning.
Well, thank you very much, and good morning to the public. There are three essential principles for healthy eating. Three that must be followed always. Number one, moderation. Do not eat until your stomach is full to capacity. It will give you some problems. Number two, consistency. Eating nutritional foods regularly is very good for you. Not sometimes when you think about it. And I'll be very specific about plant-based foods. Um, the moderation I was talking about is you can't sit in one place and just eat very heavily. You got one bowl of food and just lock your stomach. Don't do that. It's not good for your health. And consistency, especially the plant-based foods, fruits and vegetables. Eat them at all times. It's not when you just think about, Julia, you can't go get apple for me. Can't go. No, 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 no. It should form part of your daily diet. Eat it every day. Number three, timing. Eating at the right time helps with digestion. Do not just eat any time because food is available. This is what some people do, and you don't know it's bad for you. You have eaten your breakfast at 7 or 8. Right after the breakfast, you got outside and saw one little girl passing with cayenne there. Thinking, what you got it? Small girl, what you got it? Give me 5. After another 15 minutes, get the color. After another 20, 30 minutes, foreign curry. No, you can't just eat every minute. It's not good for your digestion. It can lead to bloating, constipation, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. So be very careful. Not because you got money to buy it and you got food, just eat every minute. No. It takes 3 to 4 hours for food to digest in your stomach. Sometimes it takes 6 to 8 hours, depending on the food you have eaten. If you eat salad, some light food, 3 to 4 hours. So you see, while the food is being digested, take your time, wait. When you eat heavy food like beans and things, 6 to 8 hours. So don't just put food in your mouth every minute. No. Now, eating close to bedtime is not good. Don't eat close to bedtime because it slows down your metabolism. You know, when you eat, the food changes from, the process changes from food to energy to make you strong to be able to move around. So what? But when you eat close to bedtime and you go to bed while you're sleeping, my friend, the metabolism will take place, but very slow, and that's not good for your body. Remember this: loud noise is a silent killer and a slow poison. Those of you who work in clubs, hey man, I feel sorry for you. You don't know. So you know it, but you have to do your work. You're working as a cashier in a club or whatever you can, or whatever you're doing there, and the music is so loud. Boom, 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 boom. You enjoy the music, but it's killing you if you don't know. Sometimes I pass around one side, my friend, setting stools. They just put the loudspeaker right outside it. And some people selling the market right by that place, they sit right by the loudspeaker. Everybody. If you didn't know before, I'm telling you now, it's not good for you. The loudspeaker. And those of you who work in clubs, working in as journalists, the both of you in there, the thing you use, I think you call it earpiece or whatever, your earpiece. Please, don't put it on loud. When you do that, it's a problem. And then even honking, the car horns, those are all things that can bring about problems. Continuous loud noise can lead to high blood pressure. It can damage the inner ear. Oh yes, it can. And it can cause heart disease. It can cause stroke. It can cause hearing loss. Especially those of you who are working in construction area where they're doing drilling. Not drilling, digging well, all those kind of things. So I'm advising you this morning, avoid loud noise. Even when you go to concerts, don't sit near the speaker. Oh yeah, don't do that. God willing, I will be back. But in the meantime, I gotta get out of here.
Again?
Yes, I gotta get out of here.
Again?
I gotta get out of here.
That can be one for the Yokoti, and they can be one that save you.
Baz, thank you so much, man. Yes, there with our health is a regular feature right here on the True Breakfast Show. Let's find out what making news for the local dealers with just two of the papers on the newsstand so far so good this morning. Yes, let's have the review of the local daily this morning with the front page. Africa is our first stop this morning. Follow Sarah Lone lead. Follow Sarah Lone's lead was what captured on the front page or from the front page. Africa game and setbacks for women in new government as women renew push for gender quota law before 2029 elections. Well, photos, Sarah Lone's lead is what captured on the front page or from the front page Africa. You can grab a copy. I'm seeing former head of state of Liberia, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, is captured here on the front page Africa. Grab a copy. Read the rest of the story this morning. Blaming the Raven. It's a sublead story here on the front page Africa. This talk about the appearance of the RIA on yesterday was on the front page Africa. You can grab a copy. So far, so good from the front page Africa this morning.
Yes, so the Inquirer newspaper is next. The lead story on the front page: Internal Affairs places year-long suspension on Bush schools. That's the Poro and Sunday activities. I'm seeing the chiefs here as right around the Internal Affairs Minister Francis Yumalin on the front page of the Inquirer newspaper. Still on the front page: garbage swallows red light, commercial hub again as marketers cry for urgent sanitation intervention. Well, PCC, what is happening? Garbage and red light have been decent in recent weeks. Yeah, so I don't know where this one why it's happening again. So this is it. Lacosas breaks ground for college in Maryland. Dr. Benjamin Way and the Lacosas team, right here on the front page of the Inquirer newspaper. National Civil Society Network of Liberia recommends NPA boards dismissal sites, mismanagement, disaster, and others. I'm seeing Reverend Luther Tape, the board is member of the board, the board chair. Yeah, the board chair, and the managing director, Sekou Hussein Dukle, capture right here on the front page. Let's go to the back page. The back page: LAALEC commit to reliable power supply at Roberts International Airport. And power struggle among local administrators in Margibi. This is question mark. Power struggle among local administrators in Margibi. Grab a copy of this paper for $40 to read the details. Beauty model Candace Wilson arrested over disorderly charges. Okay, I'm seeing the queen here with the sergeant Liberia rating on it. Police intensifies traffic regulation. I'm seeing police officers on a yellow taxi as usual.
Tomorrow is just that
on the back page of the Inquirer newspaper.
Yeah. So lastly is the Ice Globe. The Ice Globe. Okay, the Ice Globe. Firestone workers law.
Eyes of the globe.
Eyes. Oh, I'm putting off there. Let me see it. They want to put it in small. Yeah, eyes of the globe. Okay, no problem. Firestone workers law minister cry for huge CBA benefits. Cooper Cry is captured on the front page of the Eyes of the Globe. Correct. Burkina Faso delegation visit Liberia to boost textile industry, and I'm seeing the head of team capture you on the front page of the Eyes of the Globe. Grab a copy. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sarah Basoloyanti, is also here of the delegation from Burkina Faso. And PUL commences professional registration. Wow, that's a good one. Let's see if we can bring on the team on tomorrow, maybe. Press Union of Liberia commences professional registration and accreditation of journalists. Well, yes, this is something unique. Julius Konumba is right here on the front page this morning. Grab a copy and get off the stories of interest for you this morning. 961, the heart and soul of Liberia. This is where national unity begins. We'd like to say good morning if you're just coming our way. This is a TBS, proud to be associated with Orange Liberia and, of course, the Pan African Bank, Echo Bank. Yes, it's proud to present the Truth Breakfast Show. Yes, I saw Ivy Family, the head of marketing of Echo Bank, and I asked her, I said, why you people don't play music in the bank hall? She said, the money needs to concentrate. Music would never be played in the bank hall. I said, but tone it down a little bit. She said, no, only for the supermarket. Yes, put your money where your mouth is. Continue to save with Echo Bank, the most reliable bank in Liberia. Yes, let's get going with our Royal Highness. Is she our Highness still? We still call her Royal Highness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know half of the answer that.
Yeah. They
She's our
said,
Royal Highness.
yeah, they
She's still
said
our Royal Highness.
the Minister of Information said they have not received any
Complaint.
official communication scraping her of the title.
Okay.
But maybe we need to look more deeper
Yeah,
into
she's still
that.
our Royal Highness. Kindness Wilson. It's a good thing. People coming up, they have very ambitions, and they are people subject. We're all subjects to error. We're all humans. So I want to call on my good old friend. Joa and I came out from the Great Walls of the University of Liberia the same year. I know Joa personally, Joa Cassell, before went into graduate school. Joa, I want to appeal to you this morning. In fact, Joa's daughter was the one who was the victim.
Mhm.
Yeah, she got slapped, and the video. And when Joa herself had a post on Facebook, it reached up to 1 million views. I was like, wow. I think she had deleted the video from her page. Yes. And I want to appeal to Joa Cassell this morning to withdraw the case. Um, I want to appeal to your mother. Sometimes these things happen in our society. I see both of you are appearing at the court yesterday. I was looking at it from a different angle. Don't mind Liberians who say she's wrong. I'm not here to defend Kindness Wilson. Kindness have erred, and I think she has to apologize for the mistake she did by slapping, Joa's daughter. But I want to appeal to Joa this morning. I think Kindness has had enough on the social media. People who don't even know her have shared and commented and have comedies and so forth all on the social media. That's why when you saw her at the court yesterday, she put a scarf over her face to cover her face because I think she's going through a lot. Joa Cassell, we had some great time at the University of Liberia, my dear sister. I'm appealing to you, along with others, to please withdraw this case. You know, yeah. I just want to stop there, Joa.
Yes. So
Yeah.
again, there is no way that we can justify the the action of kindness. But again, it is just an appeal because I think kindness has gone or is going through a lot. I think what she's gone through now is even more than court prosecution.
Yeah.
Yes, she's suffering from bullying. She's she's suffered mass condemnation from across the country. People have, I mean, people have done different kinds of, videos, different. Oh, she's going through a lot herself. While we acknowledge the fact that her action was wrong, she also placed Jamel Cassell in a situation that she herself too, got abused in the process. I think we just want to appeal as a mother, consider them as two children. You understand, and also believe that even what has happened with her after her action is more punishing even than going to court. Yeah, so I think just check in your heart, and have some mercy on her by withdrawing this matter from the court. I think even when you go to social media right now, a lot of people believe that Candace has really been punished for her action. And I think you can just, I know some people say, well, once you do this, you'll not go free, there will be justice. But sometimes the justice from the public can even be more than the one from the court. Yeah. So I think Candace is going through a lot. She's been bullied, she's been condemned, everything you think about. I think she really regrets her action by even issuing a public apology.
Yeah, she did.
She
did a video.
I think you should be a mother enough and have some mercy on her to withdraw your legal action against her.
It's a difficult thing.
It is an appeal
we are doing
from the Truth Breakfast show this morning, joining other people who have made similar calls. So we want to really appeal to you. Check deep in your heart this morning, and that the spirit of the mother, the mother spirit
into Joa. Joa is a student leader. In fact, Maka, Our graduating class, Saka Zatia, she was the one who named the class. Okay. Yes, at the 2011, 2012 at the University of Liberia. Joa, your student leader.
Yeah, I understand that at every stage in people's life, people can
these
make
things
mistakes.
happen. Yeah. Yes, just drop it up. And Joa posted the video went to 1 million. I said, wow, so you have a lot of good followers.
Oh yeah.
Yes, so I mean, we appeal to you. Let's stop here. I think I'm sure I'm strongly sure Cassell is going to listen to us. Yes.
Yes, we hope you listen,
listen.
please do that. We beg you. Okay. We beg you. I think kindness and other young people have learned enough. And
yeah,
with this, I don't know.
Don't take the law into your own hand.
Yes,
that's what kindness did.
Yes,
when we supporting kindness, we condemn the act, but just let it go.
Yeah.
Huh?
Seriously.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, members of the legislature, some of you, please do some research and see whether we can have any law on this issue of cyberbullying on you. I think people should start we should start to hold people accountable for what they do on the social media. On you, these things lead to depression.
Yeah.
It leads to people committing suicide. It leads to different things. What is happening even with the kindness is now like a victim also. Yeah. Yes, I mean we need to do something about it because sometimes the thing we do to people on the social media in this country, we need to have a law to restrict how people use social media in this country. Yeah, if you hurt people on social media, you should be held accountable.
So
yeah.
Yes, so let's move. Madam Cassell, please listen up to us. Let's get our attention to the by-election. How many days to the by-election in Nimba? 19 more days. 19 days to the by-election. Yes, we did a countdown for the January election 2023. We start our count from 200 until we reach out to 0 day.
Yeah.
Never did well to the 2023 election was not something easy. So the by-election, let me just start it like this. I don't want anyone to say the people of Nimba, we are resolved. No, I will not agree with you on this one. Yes, until we go to the ballot box and those who are eligible to vote in Nimba County for the 9 electoral district go and make that decision. And the Elections Commission will announce to us. So if you sit here and you're not campaigning, when it next start to announce our provisional results, you'll be shocked. That's what I'm saying. There will be a surprise winner in this by-election. The Godfather himself, peace to his ashes. Prince Johnson, over the years, over centuries, or over decades, I may say, had decision in that county. But it's no more. You're no more. I had 2 personal interactions. Although I'm not from Nimba, you are from Nimba. I sat with Prince Johnson one-on-one into his living room for more than 1 hour. And he said, you know the reason why I call you here, my son? I mean, I respect you as a professional young journalist coming up. And thanks for your role you play in this country. But then I asked him jokingly, I said, but every year, every election period, you most time decide the fate of Nimba County. He said, my son, that's how most time, those of you know Senator Johnson. He said, my son, you love calling people his son, whether he born you or not. He said, my son, I've done a lot, I've sacrificed a lot for that county. So I feel some way, so much. So jokingly, you know, when you're talking with your editor, there are sometimes you put a soft question, it can be hard. A hard question, a soft tune. I said, but they put OA to you in that county and we laugh about it. He said, no, they just that. They still sees me as that everything. And this means no more we're talking about. So that county they call Nimba County, Makaden County there. No one owe that county. Yeah. But if this man was going to be alive, we saw what happened with Yan Twine. Before Yan could win the elections, we went back and forth. Right? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about this morning, right? So Johnson is no more. That's what I'm saying. There is going to be a surprise winner in the by-election. All of the 7 candidates, all of you stand a chance of winning. From Mark Blair, from T. Wanake Fangalo, from Edith Gongoware, from Seven Koga, from Garrison Yolu, what the other guy, what other candidate's name? George Gompo. I'm too familiar with George. Even George could be like the Edward Apatow. That's how election. That's how Liberia doing voting business now.
Thank God his name doesn't start with A.
A. Okay, Apatow started with A. I mean, so as I wrap it up, Hmm? Go about doing your campaign. Campaign well. Don't say the be senator of that county is your entitlement. No. When the results start to come out, you'll be shocked. People in Montreal yesterday and say Concord, we resolve. You have to go and vote. Whether you want to choose development or you are there to make the decision for the next 9 years, right? And carry the dream of the late senator. Some of you have bad relationship with Senator Johnson. He's in a great beyond with Father Abraham, and just watching and say, "Wow, that's how the earth looking like." No one will until April 22, when results start to come up. Not when results coming up. I went through it. Can be easy. You see your pulling, yeah, man. You see results are coming up. You asking for your stronghold. What's my stronghold? Sometimes even you expect your stronghold numbers to come out, the numbers are less.
Yeah, again, on the Nimba by election, Nimba is our county, and I am a journalist, so we will play our role as journalists in any election in Liberia. We want to call on our people in Nimba to be peaceful in this process, to take away tribal sentiments from the politics. Nimba belongs to all of the people of Nimba. It doesn't matter whether you are Dan, whether you are Ma, whether you are Mandingo, whether you are we, you are Pele or Crown. So we have all these people in the county. So it should not be about the Ma and the Dan. So we just want the people to understand that, and we also just want the candidates to forget about like the CMC political leader said the last time. We are going to Nimba to sell our platform and our candidate to the people of Nimba. We will not be in the business of attacking other people. So a violent free process is what we want in Nimba. Our people are in Nimba, they're making a cocoa farm, their rubber farm, their rice farm, and living a normal lives. It is just the culture that election will come and people will have to vote for their leaders.
Of course.
So y'all forget about making flour, y'all go and vote according to the people who come in and giving their platform to you. Who you believe, who you trust is what the people of Nimba will be going for. So yes, we can say
I saw a post on Wafer Bangura last night, and this is Wafer's post. Stay clear of the by-election in Nimba. This is the Secretary General of the CMC.
The CMC, yeah?
Yes, and this goes directly to the National Elections Commission. We have been fully briefed on good authority of the government meeting last night in Tapeta, Lower Nimba, with more than dozen elections workers, that means the PO's officers, to rig the election for the government's candidate. All right. Yes. So I mean, so yeah, but just use 1 or 2 minutes. Use 1 or 2 minutes to just talk to your people. Great, but I mean, so that is it, right, Baka? Yes, you don't know it all.
You don't know it all.
You don't know it all.
Yeah. So again,
you don't know it all.
You don't know it all.
Are you saying you don't know it all?
I don't know it all.
You don't know it all.
So the issue is that
you don't know it all.
Politics real.
Yo, just tell me, say you don't know it all.
Well,
yeah. So the reason why we are laughing, I know people say, what you guys are laughing at? Yeah, we're not clowns. We're laughing because we believe that Elections Commission is going to put up a free, fair election.
Absolutely.
Results.
For me, to be clear with you, O'Neill, this is one of the boards that the commission has had over the time that the Liberian people, not only me, the Liberian people have some huge level of confidence and trust, because you can tell from different by-elections that were conducted, midterm election coming to the general elections in 2023. There were not major court issues throughout these elections.
Okay.
Yeah, there were not major court issues, even to the extent that the presidential election results were never challenged in court. So that tells you that they are doing a great work, and we trust that they will do a great work.
Yeah. Yes, somebody telling me if I send people to heaven now. So you want me to say Prince Joseph going to hell? I know he's cheap for the Abraham Bosom. Go take him for that.
But we were here Prince and he said he wants to go to see Jesus.
You want to go see Jesus? Yeah, remember the message so you can send people to heaven? No. Should I send him to hell? No.
Okay, when you can send people to heaven, just rapid, you know where we'll send you.
Yeah, let's move on quickly. And through this, look, every morning we'll take like 1 minute of our time remind the Ministry of Agriculture. Look, we don't hear anybody at that ministry. But when we flag in one institution, I want you to do the best thing. Look, the Ministry of Exam Nuta under your leadership, all we want you to do, the smallholder farmers, these people continue to disturb us. Look, we tell them to say, stay away from the media. Don't come on the post saying, well, y'all should bring us on the air. We say no. So all we need to do is just tell us the tricycle World Bank grant they gave out, that $840 you sign an MOU with them, that all of this $840 you can pay through installment for the smallholder farmers. Good morning. Since I announced my numbers, I don't rest. The smallholder farmers across Liberia, if you listen now to me in Bapolu, we have a huge fan base now in Bella Yala. That's why most of the videos and pictures will show up shortly coming from Bella Yala district too. The smallholders farmer in Bella Yala, in Nimba, in Mangibi, in Bomi, in Grand Kidman, and just everywhere. I know you're so excited about this tricycle that you'll come to be a keke owner now. The keke owner that the Ministry of Agriculture said we can pay $840, but through 3 installments. The first 40% payment should be made. And all one the Agriculture Ministry to do, just release the listing. If that listing is published, beginning tomorrow, we'll stop talking about this. The listing will include names of smallholder farms who bought the keke, who benefited from this tricycle or the keke. That's all we need. Because the reason why we're flagging it out every now and then, instead of the keke being used on the people's farms who are seeing mineral water hauling in, that's what's not the sole purpose of it. So who bought the tricycle? Who bought the keke? Good morning, His Excellency President Boykai. 2 days ago, we saw you buying some fruits in Central Monrovia. These fruits are come from the small farms across the country. The thing they were hoping on to use to take that commodity from one farm to another farm, they are not benefited from any President Boykai. You please send a message to President Joseph Boykai. His RS agenda. George Weah PAPD propose something, I don't know CMC, Musa Bolete, what's your primary agenda, the CMC agenda. So Joseph Boyka, United Party
when
is
the people
RS.
finish winning election, I think they can launch the agenda.
Okay, also CMC not launch it yet.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So with CMC, okay, it will launch. It's not launched yet.
But
right?
you can see that the CMC's agenda will be around agriculture and infrastructure development.
Okay.
Yes, it will be around agriculture and infrastructure development.
Okay, so President Boyka just role in agriculture. The A in the arrow is for agriculture. And our president, the smallholder farmer crying. The tricycle, what is supposed to pay $840 for through installment. That the day you go and do your counter tour, they'll be so happy and say, hey, our president, thank you. The farmers will be cheering you. Today, 90% of them are not seeing the keke, the tricycle. Who bought them? The tricycle have been seen all in relay, Ominga carrying mineral water from one location to another. That was not the sole purpose of it. So we're calling on the Ministry of Agriculture. Some of you told Grain on Jennings Cooper, the progress report, you have not done the progress report. Just release the listing and tell us who bought this tricycle. The smallholder farms that benefited. That's all we're asking for. So since we started to talk almost 1 week and a half, the agriculture ministry had now started moving on to farm. They start calling people now already. They see the pressure from the radio. You know what I'm saying. You people are starting to call smallholder farmers now to go and inspect their farms. That's what they are doing currently. We move, right?
Yes.
Let's go to Bapolu. Bapolu County. This is, those of you watching the Facebook, see this. See your county. Yes, those of you live, this is Buffalo. Yes, I want you to play that guy who was in your news this morning.
It is.
Yes, women pay not all this for in a listen money. The Ministry of Mines and Energy are for flat on this one. This is Babalu. I hope mine put all of the pictures I had in this, the videos and stuff. I don't know. Maybe where are you? Yes. I mean, this is just what. So Babalu County is a very rich county. Very, very rich. Emerald County is a very rich county. But guess what? Illicit mining have taken over the whole county. Just listen to this guy. This is Edward Flomo. Edwin Flomo. Yes.
President of Bapolo Student Union.
Yes.
It's good that we have this conversation and we are willing to
okay. Yeah, wait. Something trip up. Something trip up. 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay.
Activities. We are calling on the government, the Minister of Mines and Energy, and able lieutenants to pay key attention to Bella District. Papo County is a small populated county, or a county related mining activity is on an astronomical scale. We don't know for what purpose exactly are government officials or people who are involved in illicit mining in Papua are doing it, but we are calling on relevant authorities to get involved with the issue of illicit mining. Our people are being robbed on a daily basis, and you go there, there are no safe drinking water. For instance, the Tuma River is being polluted, nobody can use it. So we are calling on government to make sure that the issue of illicit mining activities in the county can be carefully looked at. We are calling on the Minister of Mines and Energy to be able to pay attention to our county, but our county, because our county is being heavily raped when it comes to the issue of mining activities. This is not a strange thing when it comes to the issue of mining activities in Bapulu. So the Amara Kone, Senator Boto Kane, and the three representatives in Representative Luther Collins. Whose district we are discussing in particular, we have Representatives Nanomo and Mustafa Warity. They are carefully and they know that they are aware of the issue of illicit mining activity in the county. This is something that we can't keep sinking because nobody goes to the county. For example, they are not aware. If they are not aware, I think then they are not performing their oversight responsibility. So we are calling on national government.
Ellen, thank you. You call on national government. We will amplify this more for you, right?
Yeah.
So it all started, folks. You listen up. Women, good morning to you. Women is the head of the Mines and Energy. And the last time he came out, he said, we are responsible for
our poverty is man-made.
Man-made poverty. That's what the Mines and Energy Minister told Liberians. When he had the opportunity to speak across the country, the Minister of Mines and Energy said, it's a man-made poverty. We have reached these countries. Babalu County, those of you watching, I don't know, something come on the social media there. I mean, there are a lot of creeks, drainages being dug by illicit miner, the Chinese in a high level. So Gao Fan, the real minister, Gao Fan is the chief for the whole mining sector in Liberia. Folks, in case you don't know, the real minister is Gao Fan. Is it embarrassing? The mines minister in Ghana, then someone call a foreign minister, a foreigner, the real minister in Ghana. So the real mines and energy minister, is it disturbing to you, women pay? Or in Nigeria? Then say, yeah, this man is the real minister in the country. Galfan was fine, but the same mines and energy, folks, 30 million. RCI News in October of last year carries a major headline. Mines and energy fines Galfan 30 million USD illegal mining. And you are released on 1 million bond. The legal people, you good money there. 30 million fine, released with 1 million bond. Since that case, you're listening up. Galfa is back in Bapalu. And so the local miners then say, but they Chinese man who have found 30 million and mines and energy women pay, they ain't do nothing to him. But then that's how the thing just started expanding throughout. And besides Babalu, you have going to the southeastern. That's what I say is that we experience disaster, but the terrible disasters that happen to other countries, maybe we just lucky. That's what happened. Babalu County, am I right? You should be disturbed. You should be reciting women pay and say, what's going on? Boto County, last time were you talking? You say NFL eating the people farms. Is that what you can talk about? What the gold, the diamond leaving? Yeah, man, I'm trying to put this up.
Yeah, I mean, this is again, this is something we've been trumpeting. We've been talking about this for a couple of months now, because I agree with the minister when he said Liberians are suffering from man-made poverty, because naturally the country God gave this country the resources it needs to take care of itself. So because the people fail to manage the resources to take care of the country, so you can agree that the poverty in the country is man-made. It is man-made because people who are charged with the responsibility to manage the resources um, do not prioritize the interest of the country and the people. So in the end, they leave the minerals to anybody who just want to get it, as long as you can give them anything, or as long as they can benefit somehow personally. It is not an issue. So we have an entire inspectorate at the Ministry of Mines and Energy. How many young people are employed in that department? When we talk about inspectorate, I think it should be the biggest department in the Ministry of Mines and Energy. Why? Because and not just the biggest department, but a department that should have the balls, that should have the face, that should have the kind of level of integrity to inspect mining operations across the country and ensure that they are done in line with the mining law of the country. Now, let me tell you, the mining law talks about if you are mining, you should be able. One of the standards is only you should be able to reclaim the land.
Okay.
That is one.
Reclaim the land.
Besides taking the mineral and the people not benefiting anything, they stay living in mud houses. They don't have access to safe drinking water. The risks flooding and other things. You also degrade their land. You dig huge pits all over the forest, cut the trees down, no place for them to make farm, but you also expose them to flooding and leave them in poverty. It just means that this is an empty space. Go and collect what you want to collect in campus in Monrovia, carry it to China and sell it, or carry it to America and sell it, carry it to the UAE and sell it. As long as we can get small thing order, no problem. What is happening to us? What kind of country is this?
What kind of country?
What kind of country is this? What kind of country is this? That the people who sit on the mineral cannot benefit from the mineral. You put police in the bush for them, you say maybe some of their children will pass me or to can't go to our go mine it there to go over go. When police you see them, you shoot them. You say that security of your now you're good. I mean, it is a sad thing. The people of Bapolu continue to cry. This thing is not just about Bapolu County. Go to the southeast. Go to River G, Grand Cru. Go to this county. Go to Sino, River Cess, illicit mining activities. You get people Class C certificate doing Class B mining. What kind of regulation are they doing? In fact, by now, when people are mining, they should be reclaiming the land and even replanting.
Yeah.
Replanting the forest, because the issue of climate change. I mean, this cry coming from the young people of Bapolu and that we have been talking about for the past months, I think they should claim the attention of the president. Yes, I'm tired talking to the mines and energy minister now. Should I say I'm also tired talking to the EPA?
Yeah,
because anything that affects the environment should concern the EPA.
But EPA too is not talking.
Yeah,
EPA is not talking. Mines and energy just on our UN drive. They just said the only thing you apply for a permit, mining lesson and thing. That's all mines and energy are doing.
Yeah, you can just go about giving lesson to people as they're reliant, and whatever they do, you don't care. So don't you give them lesson, they pay for the lesson and do the in so doing. You say, Mama, you go, and that's how you want, Mama, you go.
And that's what happening.
And you go and deplete the people forest that is supposed to be making a farm to live on. You cut off the forest that's supposed to be absorbing the carbon to save us from climate change impact. You dig pits all over the forest. The people are not able to make farm there. Water setting, all the a potential for flooding of the communities. You saw one whole village or town wept away in Riverside County last year, right?
Yeah, and yes, you're very right about that. The time people will say, but we can't do nothing about this. We can do nothing. The central government in town there, once they don't stop the people, we have no authority to stop them.
Yes.
So it will come a time we'll incite. I'm saying this because we are losing a lot in this country. It will come a time where incite the local. They'll say, look, when you see people mining, just stop them. Use the town chief, the chief, the elder, you stop them.
So
if y'all put the devil up, y'all put the max dancer up.
It's not about inciting.
Yeah, because you're talking like people not listening.
We'll tell them that they also have right. While the law says anything that on the ground, I don't know how deep it belongs to the government. They are also the government because they make the government, right. They should stop people from mining in their communities that they will not benefit. They should stop people from mining local people. Let me tell you, the last time that when we talk about, what can we do, the reading season coming to stop flooding in the communities, we say community people should take initiative. Look, like we can say, development is not solely on government. We, the community people, now should start to stand for ourselves. Other than that, we will not have in the interior, in Bapori, in all these places, even in part of my own Nima County, there are illicit money activities going on there somewhere around Tapeta and other places. Okay, our people need to stand up for themselves now. You see, the way now we're using social media to stand against government officials for corruption in the country, and sometimes when this information comes, is investigated, people get suspended, and people lose their jobs, and people go to court. The community people now should stand against illicit money.
Yes, let's say that to the president. The State of the Nation address, you make mention of some new mineral names. You say apart from the gold, the diamond, the iron ore, like bro have additional minerals.
I don't remember the names.
I will not really remember the name. Yes, but he called 2 additional new minerals that will have in the on this ground that this country. Some other country want to depend on the water. Gambia depend on cocoa. But Liberia will have everything, even the black sand and all. That's how this country, God have given us this country. But yet and still, 85% of the young people are not employed. They're not employed. The last time the president said, well, if we don't create jobs for our young people, we are in serious trouble. And some United Partisan, you felt that the president was only referring to them. That the whole country the president was talking about. If we don't employ,
moving from one government institution
to carry out protests and other things.
Give up job.
If we don't employ the young people,
political party or government.
It's God. That's what the president Boycott said. The old man said,
well, you can do your own politics, you can read
it. And trust me, as we wrap on this one, Amara, Muto, Zina, what's the other guy? Collins and Warrington. What's the Look, man, they're putting elected people to not even represent them. We're talking one small county that came out of Lofa County.
Your people crying year to year.
You're dead.
2008, 2007, I was 2008, 2009, I was in Jacobtown rehab. I was living there. People used to come from those communities to go to Bapolu to go do mining.
Yeah,
and they've been doing that forever
and ever.
But Bapolu is very rich.
Bapolu is rich. And the last time we saw terrible pictures and videos coming from just River said the students sitting down on the ground. You see the classroom said, but see the minerals that are leaving the county.
The people voted for you. People go to the legislature, represent our interest. You use that power to go to these illicit miner and visit them maybe quarterly or monthly, and they take care of you and you walk away. You don't care about the people's interest.
Let me talk to
some of you were selling dry meat. They say, yes, that our kind. They person that our kind.
Yeah.
They will stand for us. Yeah. You came. The only thing you can tell about, you say the elephant spoiling the farm. But what about the illicit money that is a major issue in the county? Emory Hospital, whole day they're crying for medicine. Amen.
Yes, so as we wrap it up on this one, another senator just sent me a WhatsApp message. I'm not going to read his name. He said, why they don't keep calling the pro team Madam President? Maybe you don't contest on to the
yes. Madam President
on 3 days. He even sent the attachment of the video. But I see in session there, but he couldn't have this is pro team. She's not even president of the Senate. So when Joel was vice president, he said Madam President, we'll say, okay, yeah, she's president of the Senate, but he keep referring to Yomli as Madam President. Maybe he's sending you a signal. So y'all love the internet. When you call people for hearing, you love to put the Facebook on your right? Dylan's very good at that.
I'm not saying they don't, but people really faking their country.
Yeah, y'all love the internet. These kind of things happening. Y'all not have interest in one side of the sector. This mining thing, mining thing, it pushing us to say we must pay that that ministry. Yes, that's how it is. Good morning, His Excellency President Boycott. The mining sector is challenged. Very, very, very challenged. When people talk, people should listen. Anyway, yes, with this statement, as we wrap it up and pick some phone calls, President Boyka has said, if we don't create jobs for the young people, we are in serious trouble. Almost 3 weeks now since the president made that statement. The following week, we saw protests at the BSC, the Bureau of National Bureau of Concession, and that of the Bureau of State Enterprise, right? For the Bureau of State Enterprise, for the National Bureau of Concession, Mr. President, good morning. There's a serious situation down there. I'm calling on your office to resolve the issue with Theodore Momo and some of the staffs at the National Bureau of Concession. There's an internal struggle down at the Bureau of Concession. Well, Sir President Boyka, you just appointed, gave his appointment letter 1 week ago, but there are decisions taken by Theodore Momo almost 2-3 months ago. There's a serious violation there. You have employed people, some of them are really rejected by the civil servant agency. So all is now with the Bureau of Concession. But that statement the president made was not for Unity Partisan alone. I keep saying it. That if we employ the young people, we're in trouble.
Yeah, so before we open the line, like we mentioned in the lineup, there is something from the level of the
yes,
with Councillor Samuel Pearson. Again, like I mentioned, as far as I can remember, this is the first time that somebody is complaining against this committee that is supposed to be the integrity committee upholding ethics in the judiciary of the country. So this case came from a complaint filed by one Bala Yabo against the Councillor Pearson. He filed his complaint alleging ethical transgression, and based on the complaint, the GC, that's the Grievance and Ethics Committee of the Judiciary, initiated hearing, which was done in November, November 2023. So and in this on December 2, 2023, that same year, Yabo formally withdrew his complaint before the GSC, citing that they were going to settle this thing family way, right?
Okay.
Yes, and the withdrawal was done officially and confirmed by his legal counsel, and who were representing him in that case was Councillor George Sigwe Senior. And following the withdrawal, the GSC issued a final report in February of 2024, last year, right? When the GSC issued that report, it was filed with the office of the clerk of the Supreme Court, and copies of that was shared also with the parties involved. Now, in that report in February 2024, the GEC acknowledged that Yabo had withdrawn his complaint. However, the report also included findings that stated that Councillor Pearson's handling of the descendants' estate was unprofessional and unethical. And in October of 2024, again, after the GEC had lost jurisdiction over the matter, because for the fact that the person who complained went and took the matter from there, it means that the GEC doesn't have any jurisdiction over the matter again, right? Now, after that, in October, after losing jurisdiction over the matter, the Supreme Court assigned a case for argument and to formally review the February report. Now, before the Supreme Court hearing, it was discovered that the GC had placed a different report on the court's record, different from the initial report, which was signed by almost 6 or 7 of members of the GEC. Now, the new report had about, I think, 4 persons signing it.
Okay.
Now, in that report, in the authored report, that as they call it, the Councillor Pearson and others call it an author report, because I mean the first report, this clause that in the new report was not there. Now, in that report, the initial report talked about suspension, and then that was it. Now, the authored report talked about suspension and restitution of funds. Now, they did not specify that report. And then later on, the head of the committee wrote the Supreme Court and asking the Supreme Court to enforce the payment of $9,500 as restitution against Councillor Pearson. Now, the point of contention which led to Councillor Pearson filing this complaint straight into the Supreme Court is about alteration of the report, because uh, the Supreme Court has made an initial decision based on the report that talks about, well, suspension, the matter of absence. The man who had the issue withdrew it. It means there's no more case. And according to the report, the council has accepted his suspension and moving on. But now, for the head of the Grievance Ethics Committee to have written the Supreme Court asking them to enforce the 9,500 US dollar restitution, I mean, this is where this complaint is coming from. So when we came across this complaint, we think it was very important that the Supreme Court set up a committee, to an independent committee, to also investigate this claim that Councillor Pearson is making. Because while it is important for the Supreme Court to do so, and the Grievance Ethics Committee should submit themselves or submit itself to, if the Supreme Court, I mean, when the Supreme Court should have set up that committee, the GEC should submit itself to that investigation. Why? Because it needs to clear itself out of this. In my opinion, this is grave. Why do I think it is grave? Because the Grievance Ethics Committee of the Supreme Court is the integrity body that's supposed to be looking into ethical issue. Now, for this body to itself being brought into ethical issues where it is being accused of altering reports, I think this is grave, and the Chief Justice or Arnold Sianeyo should take this complaint from Councillor Pearson very seriously. Yes. And I think they should even attach huge urgency to it. Number one, to ensure that the GEC can come up clearly and clear its name through that investigation, what the investigation will say. And to also, because the Councillor Pearson too is a lawyer over the period of time, who've been studying for over 15 to 20 years in the legal profession, for this kind of controversial report to place a dent on his character, his profession, and even his personal life, I think there are several things at stake, and the Supreme Court should look into his complaint. Yes, I think it is very important that that is done. So we'll continue to make mention of this issue until the Chief Justice can set up that committee to look into Councillor Pearson's complaint.
Yes, very right.
I think so.
Yes, the Chief Justice should look into the complaint of Councillor Pearson, who have been professionally serving this country for a very long time, almost 25 years.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, let's bring the calls up for a few calls until 9:15. I'll bring on Spose, then Melville Lake will join us shortly. Let's get some calls coming up. 07
Let me also say a pleasant good morning to the people's lawmaker on our most accountability. I got two issues quickly. One has to do with this issue of Kanye school. Like if people rightly put it, I want to join you in adding my voice to Ms. Cassell to appeal to her, to withdraw this case from the court because I empathize Kanye's situation at this point. But Maka, quickly on this issue, I think Ms. Cassell and her daughter and the legal team, they did the right thing because Maka, people in this country must be able to manage their temper, especially when you know you are a public figure or when you have fame or certain power. Sometimes people get upset with power and fame and then they do something that is not right. And I think she cannot learn from what she's going through. Then her situation should serve as a deterrent to her.
Yeah. Let us just drop it, man, quick. Yes, that's all we're appealing to. Milton, hold on the line. Go ahead.
Good morning, Marcus Davis. Let me say a pleasant good morning to Big Brother O'Neill Robert and a pleasant good morning to the man listener following the broadcast this morning. This is the voice of G. Rasmus, Virginia, feature of the True Breakfast Show, plus on the Grand Paso County. O'Neill, you were saying something this morning that really caught my attention for yourself. It's not speaking O'Neill that the day George Weah said amen to politics is home. That is the difference between we and the PDC. For us, we are a well-established institution, and then CDC wouldn't have been abroad. So the day George Weah said amen.
You're trying to be your own party headquarters.
We are organized institution.
The girl know that's what brush you again.
Who put this morning? Look, you talk about empowering young people. Ellie did that. And I get very only way say Ellie empower young people. But for our own guys, this is my own speech certificate to the superintendent work right this morning. Just was the man that were fully engaged in doing the campaign. And there's the man that we used to call in the middle of the night. You will answer our call. You will come to us. But today, for some, we are good young people.
The superintendent busy, man. We're very busy.
I know vacancy in Maserati over.
We choose education, but some of us still won't be educated.
So what you want Warren to do? What you want Warren Brian to do? I mean, you call him Warren.
The president said that some of us don't want jobs. We want to be educated.
Okay.
And we are reaching out to the superintendent. The superintendent said, why now?
Okay. Why now? Actually, let's pick up Milton. Yeah, the incoming lawmaker of District. District 6. Yeah, Honorable waiting. Sorry. Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, O'Neill and Marka. Thank you very much. The man who will bring the change to the LeBron people. The only hope that LeBron get right now. I said thank you for this platform. We got to keep praying. The Bible says that the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. We see it happening in our society. Our president, President Joseph Boakai, is a very good president. But what I observe is the old man, because he's old now, people want to use this opportunity to make government to look ugly. He appointed people to places for them to work so that they can do what's supposed to be done the best way. Especially the people that will not pay. Some of us get disappointed when we get too much expensive confidence in people that will not pay. That they will be in power and be minister, and then people continue to complain under their leadership about something that's supposed to be done the right way. And you see, let me just let you know today, Liberia is a country that we will need a president one day who will just get up in the morning and just walk from ministry to ministry, who will be listening to radio every 5 minutes, who will be
Milton, Honorable Milton.
Yes.
On Monday, I will throw a bombshell. You right? At the Rabat International Airport, there are people been working in the airport since 1982. And they stay in that position, in a top position to say goodbye. Some of them are reached on the 5 years old, some of them are reached on the 3 years old, and they are in top positions at the Rabat International Airport. Monday, I'll throw a bombshell. So all the young folks who go into school, what happened to y'all? I mean,
this for you quickly. I reached to the police station, the police guy who can open a cell and close the cell. He told me that he been there for more than 4 years and he got BSc. He still opening cell and closing cell, but someone came there who don't even have a AA degree, but that person is a boss. You understand? So one thing that happened in this country again, education have been overlooked. This time, this few times, Ministry of Education have been recruiting teachers as well. But among the teachers, you don't see BSc holder, you don't see master degree holder, but also C certificate, C certificate, C certificate. So it shows to us that they are discouraging education. And when God bless some of us, we get to power in this country. These are things we want to push, that we want to lead after and lead younger and gain power, so that we can get on our feet. We got to put something on the line that we will not get out of what people will say. We got to fire people and employ people who deserve to work. When people miss it, we take them from there. I said there was no need for President Baka to even suspend those who not declare their assets. He should have fired every one of them and appoint new president. But however, we pray that one day God give us opportunity for all to serve this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, I'm here to see the people for sports, so we'll bring just one more call. But it's not a bad thing to serve your country.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning. My full name is Bella Maka David, and let me by extension say to Oni Rabo, who Arsenal will be out in less than 4 days.
Now you're proud there. That's a proud point you have.
All right, no problem.
You don't have compassion. You are a bad boy.
There's a bad proud point. If you and Abraham Shaw have the same proud point, that's a bad proud point there. Wow.
Thank you. My name is Moses Tuasoya. Before I start, I would give you the definition of industrialization, which means the transforming of economic based on extractive activity to that of manufacturing. But there are factors that are responsible for the establishment of industry. Like we're lacking a lot of things. We do not have infrastructure. We do not have the electricity stable. But the thing you are talking about, the extractive sector, which is the mining sector, and one of those that have been critical. And one time I gave Minister P. People are calling as the minister. I don't know how it looks like, but the environmental danger we face when it comes to the illicit mining and other things, I wish I can solve the problem there in 1 month. But you are right. I listened to the youth, the student leader of Bapolu this morning, and I said, wow, there go young people are aware. I was doing research about Botswana. There was a time Botswana suspended all artisanal mining because they are aware what people about environmental impact assessment written by one economist. O'Neill, I agree with you people 100%. Now, what I want to call the minister here to this morning is that Timbo said they had a second division. Let them be report very much to act.
And let them be real.
Yeah, people get not less in the country, and people die because we want money.
Exactly. Yeah, man. Thank you. That's what you there. Good morning, Emmett.
Good morning, Maka, and good morning, O'Neill. My name is Emmett Hammond, and calling my car city this morning. Maka, I want to speak to Honorable Wilmer P., the current Minister of Environment and Energy. Remember, served as our chairman during the 12 and remember, one of the focus in the country during the real time and any time. Today, you have the matter of excellence, the matter to maintain, to protect our resources in this country. We are saying our resources are being depleted by illegal people and the Nigerian are not benefiting. But we are looking up to people to protect our resources. Because our resources are being depleted and we are not trying to see what happened in Babylon today. And not only Babylon, the rule of my giving other places. Who are doing illegal money in the country and they carry the resources, you know, people from the resources of our country. So I'm asking, please to protect the resources. Let the people enjoy the resources that God has given. Remember, I do some of the countries there, our resources should be protected by government and the person should be an impact of the resources that have not given. Please, we are looking up to you for direction. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's take this one this morning. Good morning.
Yeah. Let me say good morning to O'Neill and that of Brother Micah Davis. My name is Brother Jeremiah Siawe. I joined the conversation this morning from station number 6.
Okay.
Well, O'Neill, my attention has been drawn to the illicit money. I spent a lot of time in Babylon County doing money also. And it's been my imagination to see this thing happening on Mr. P that I started before, and I know the kind of person he is. He's intellectual, he's outspoken, and he understands the issue. So it beat my imagination to see these things. Because in every mining sector, in a county or the district, you got people called the mining agents.
Mm-hmm.
Among the mining agents, you got a group of men called the patrolmen. Now, these are people that have been charged with the responsibility to walk around in the bush to make sure that the mining activity that there is legally done. If not so, you bring the people to book. But I don't know what the mining agents are doing. In my mind, the mining agents are not they are not performing their duty. They are not working at all. When you are patrol in our country, one morning we decided to walk in the forest, walk the 4 hours, 30 minutes. When you came across 2 Chinese men in the middle of that forest with 9 Liberians doing mining. When I try asking those guys, they never even have paper. According to the mining rules, before you go in the bridge to prospect, you have a clearance. And that clearance lasts for 6 months. So I called one of those gentlemen to ask them as to whether they got clearance. The brother was bold enough to tell me, say, my man, they made a team, they talked to the Tangi, they get the Tangi Sony, so that I would came in the bush. They said, if you come also small, we'll get something for them before they go in time to go get a clearance. Who gave them the right to go in the bush and even put shovel on the ground? So in my mind, the mining agent, the patrol men, they are not working. So Mr. Payne needs to step up on again, or else the aliens and the foreigner will suck the breath of this nation, and at the end of the day, we'll be left with nothing.
Okay. At the end of the day, we'll be left with nothing while Oni is trying to bring our guest on. Let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Hey, Donna B. Howard.
Okay.
My tenure has been drawn to the issue of the PSN complaint.
Okay.
With the Supreme Court.
Okay.
So that GC is one of the parties that damaging lawyers over the period of time for no reason.
I talk to that people.
When the GC has issue with you, the court is you personally. So some of the matters like the PSN case, the actually a family matter, I do have a law. So, and to come up with 2 reports in a given case is unprecedented. To have certain people
so you support a call for an investigation against the committee?
I support it 100% so that they are not above the law, want to violate the law, and they are also complain of ethical issues. The chief judge must have the courage to bring that matter to the fore, to have an independent committee so that they can investigate our body. And if it's established, the chief judge has got to be called for opinion. He can like the judge he taking Jim to talk to records to say that hey, we have 2 put on your file which is unprecedented, which is for our own investigation. So we say that the justice is the right thing. Because the justice is a very good man. The thing that he don't deserve. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. Yeah, okay. Yes, only you are good now. You grow muscle the money. Yes, man. So yes, I think that's the final call. Our guest is here already. Isomba has been going.
Yes. Computer 105.
Yeah. Have been going back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, but thanks for all the call.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. One of the Chief Justice are looking with this concept of PSN thing.
Yeah. And as we join our guests, good morning, Madam Coretta Matar. She's also a celebrant for April 5.
Okay.
Yes.
April birthday.
April 5. That one, but the other Frostbar will be inside 2 days from now.
She just posting.
Yeah.
I see what
we'll be in our other Frostbar.
And
I know what can happen.
I haven't felt it yet. So anyway, happy birthday in advance. Let me say,
you will feel it this time around.
This time around.
Yes,
let's say happy birthday to the superintendent wife, Mrs. Niswa.
Okay.
Yes, today's her birthday.
Sano Kante?
Yes, Sano Kante 1.
When the superintendent invite us to Sano, I haven't been in the southeast.
Ready?
Even in River Says, I haven't been to River Says. Yeah, I've only stopped Grand G there. That's all. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yes, Fasin Howard Niswa. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yes, Fasin, happy.
Hey, the April people.
Yes. I think good to go now, Reverend Melvin Lake. Yes. Wear your hair gear. He's live on the camera. Yeah, that's one thing that I went through.
They truck business and made it, but we come away. Something must be done. That is important. Okay, join here now.
Yes, go ahead.
Good morning. Good morning, Chief.
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, O'Neill. Thanks for having me in here.
How is Mark County? How is Reverend Lake himself? How's everything?
I think I must give God the praise. I'm doing quite well, medically, physically, mentally. I think I'm doing quite well. Thank you for asking. My GP is going fine too, except the issue that I'm here for that concerns the truckers that plow through our areas.
What did you see this morning when you were coming?
When I was coming this morning, there was a little bit of traffic because they're doing the roads. They still take advantage of the little ones, the small vehicles. They practically force you to give them chance. While I was coming also, I think yesterday as well, I saw a truck coming from Monrovia direction going towards Robertsfield. And the horn, I mean, they just blow and blow and blow. And the little guys will have to get on the side, so to speak. Motorcycles, forget them. It's like they don't even have life. The Keke doesn't go down very much to stop at Boystown. But still, between ELWA Junction and Robertsfield, and Boystown, the Keke people go through difficult times as well, scary moments, because I've seen some myself.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so the invitation is directly about this reckless driving by trucks drivers in a higher percentage of. So the Ministry of Transport, who had just been calling on the police, does the Transport Ministry have a own role to play?
Oh boy, the Transport Ministry is extremely important. One, they represent the government of Liberia. All the drivers, including ship pilots and airplane, I believe they're on Ministry of Transport. I couldn't be too sure about the airplanes, but yes, I believe they are. But what bothers me the most is that how long they take to address some of these issues, most especially the ones that I'm here for.
Mm-hmm.
You have these truck drivers that's supposed to go through certain kind of tests to be able to be qualified to drive on the public highways. Now, I truly don't believe so that they are taking these different tests. And the tests include the eye test, the written test, and the road test, which would be the practical. Now, if you have people, from what I've seen, I don't have proof that is particular to that, but it's not that difficult to figure out. I have been at the Transport Ministry and seen a guy come in and he's bringing a whole bunch of papers, applications for driver's licenses. And he talks to one person and it's all over. It's pretty clear also that this guy's not trained. The Transport Ministry is responsible for that too, because if they give the appropriate tests, these guys will not be able to pass the way I see it. On the highway, there is absolutely no respect for other drivers. Only truck drivers looking out for truck drivers. I have heard people saying, just keep going, they will get out of the way. And this is a fact. They will come from the side roads and they will not stop. They will jump on the road. Obviously, that little vehicle that's approaching the place they has to stop and wait for the truck driver to proceed. I mean, it's becoming so bad until I believe it will soon turn into epidemic. Our country is dying slowly. Our people are dying slowly. Now, I would ask that the Ministry of Transport start the testings, all these different tests that it's supposed to give. But I also like to call on the plenary or the House of Representatives, the House of Senate, to call some of these people, the leaders of the truckers union, to come in and answer some questions. These are some of the few questions that I asked. How did you get your driver's license? Did you take a test to do that? Did you take the appropriate test, like the three I just mentioned? I mean, when did you learn to drive? Where you learned to drive? Have you ever been driving before you got behind the wheel? Did you present a driver's license that indicated that you were a driver before? All these little things that.
Now, if they haven't done that, they should allow these people to go through the appropriate process to get on the highway. The vehicles that we drive are also detrimental to us if we don't use them properly. It will affect us seriously. It kill people, as we saw in Boystown last time, 2 or 3 weeks ago. 7 people vanished from the planet just like that. because this guy had been drinking. I spoke to so many of them now that from the same area they used to park before, close to Boys Town.
Right in that curve across from City Builder. I spoke to these guys that said, I know this guy. We've been here together. And we know he had been drinking when he ran the vehicle over and the truck was sitting on top of it. Our police people are okay. They're trying. But their abilities are limited. So for them to be everywhere is going to be quite difficult. But the transport ministry and the police department, they can work together and make these things happen.
Well, what role do you think the drivers union can also play in mitigating this thing? Because I mean, it is sad to say sometimes right after the conversation you go on Facebook, another incident somewhere else. I mean, it is alarming.
Yes, Marka, I couldn't agree more. It is alarming. What the truckers union is supposed to do is train. When you train the people and they even go to the transport ministry, it wouldn't be difficult for them to pass these tests. I don't know whether these guys can read and write, but from the conversation with some of them, lots of them don't read and write. Because I've had them deliver sand to my place and they can't even sign their own names. You know, it's a little difficult in that area, but they should be qualified to drive on the highway. If the ministry is going to adjust to the truckers union, then they should devise some kind of a program that these guys will be taught in the language or something. It just cannot be going on forever. You know, the truckers union is supposed to be able to train these. Okay, so say they cannot go to the ministry and pass these different tests. What's about putting these guys together? Have somebody who's totally qualified, licensed to train truck drivers, like you would do with the inspectors. The inspectors know how to drive a truck. They know the different rules and regulations that apply to the trucks. So while on the highway, so the truckers union can do that too. Train these guys in a way that they will be qualified to recognize the different regulations that apply to driving on the highways, most especially the truck drivers, because the truckers, they have a little higher or bigger expectations, or should be more careful in how to proceed. Because I think you, Marka, or Oli, who said one time, the trucks do not stop on a dime. I drove a truck for years. You know, it surely doesn't stop. The thing is so heavy. Sometimes you may be even doing a turn, they call it fishtail, and it might hit a vehicle, and you might not even know because of the weight of the truck. So these people can be trained by somebody who's qualified through the auspices of the truckers union. So I believe that will work properly. And individual caring as well. You must care for the other people. Be careful. You know, death doesn't come twice. Once you die, you're gone forever. So these people, when I saw some of these guys waving out of the taxi cab from the back side of the taxi cab, the back seat of the taxi cab, I felt so horrible. It follows you for a very long time. You know, there's not something you can then push away and say, okay, now they are dead, let's move on. It doesn't happen that way. So I keep imagining this stuff, Marka, where these people were sitting in the back of the truck, the car, the taxi cab, and waving for help. You know, so yes, the truckers union can do a lot.
So just besides calling on the radio stations, maybe coming on air, what do you think advocates like you can do? Just besides maybe making the recommendations by phone or by sitting on air, in terms of the right engagement with the authorities, what do you think advocates, people like you, can do?
I know yesterday I got on the telephone and I was fortunate enough for my district number 1 representative to have answered the phone. And I have an appointment with him for Saturday, I believe, according to what was said. I will be calling him by Friday tomorrow. And by God's grace, you know, he will pick up the phone so we can start this discourse. You know, this is not a one-man fight. I mean, I may be the one coming to radio station momentarily. Notwithstanding, though, you have other people who their families die as well. There was a time, Marka, not to deviate from your question at all, a lady called Devietta, who was part of the community and was pregnant. And while going to a red light, you know, right there, not far from the barracks, the car got run over, she and her uncle, and she was pregnant. They all perished, you know. So we try to make the sound and let people hear our voices. I encourage people in our communities, I'm quite sure this is happening in mining areas too, where people move iron ore from one point to the next. I remember they were talking about bumming and Kid Mountain and stuff like that. People should ring the alarm. Talk to your representatives. Talk to your senators. Talk to people that can connect with those type of people so that the voices can be heard. I mean, that's some of the things that we can do. But like I said, when I go to my representative this time around, he's a decent guy. He's willing to hear me. And I'm happy that he was able to pick up the phone yesterday. I'm quite sure we can be able to talk and come to a point where we can.
Who's the representative?
I'm sorry, Honorable O.P. Cooper.
Oh, Ronald O.P. Cooper?
Ronald O.P. Cooper.
I haven't heard about him for a long time.
Well, we're going to make him talk this time.
But Reverend Lake, again, there are some people who believe that our roads are narrow. They believe that when we are constructing new roads, we should consider, new dimensions. They believe our roads are very narrow. What do you say about that?
Well, I couldn't agree more. I lived in a country that, roads, like Mr. Boyka said, and he's trying now, but our roads are pretty narrow. Right now, because they expanded the sides of the road, the Rouse Free Highway, if you look at the road that we've been driving on, it looks like child's play. It looks like a little place in the corner somewhere on the back, what they call the back roads, But I can tell you that I see the future also. I don't sit around and just condemn. I look at what's going on. I listen to you guys very much, I must say. And thanks to you, because you really, really have opened Liberia up to an extent where people calling from all dimensions of the country. And that makes a lot of sense, because if you can reach me and you don't have to drive, I'm telling you, it's fantastic. And this is happening. So what needs to happen now is for us to push Mr. Boyka and his team to expand the roads. I heard yesterday on the radio, I think it was your radio as well, in Monrovia now, they're going to do some sort of demolition and start to open up the roads. So whatever roads they're talking about, we're trying to find out. But I can also see that as a very positive thing, because I'm telling you, if you're driving on like Benson Street, you got two kekes side by side, you can barely find your way out. They don't even care which direction they're going. If they're on the one-way street, they don't care. They're coming to you. So police got to get involved. Transport got to get involved. All of us have to get involved. The roads are narrow, very true, but we can be civil. We can be civilized people and recognize danger. So we take caution or precautionary measures to avoid accidents. So I think that's part of what we need to do. The other thing, though, I would like for, like I said before, I would like for the House of Representatives, the House of Senate, to look at this issue here. This is not a community issue. This is a national issue. This is becoming an epidemic. So people are dying in our country almost every day. And the areas that the news coming from too, you will say, wow, I don't even believe these people speeding in these areas, because they don't have the chance to stop. So having the Ministry of Transport, Police Department, the Traffic Division, and the House of Representatives, the House of Senate, all these people voicing things out there, joining your radio station, I'm telling you, this would change in a short time, because these guys will have some kind of little fear, because big people talking down. Pastor Lackey comes over to your radio station and speaks and say, oh, when he leaves from there, it's all over. Let me tell you something that happened the last time in Boystown when the accident occurred. It took 2 days. I called one of the guys to bring sand for me, and he said, then I said, try to hurry up. He says, we can't speed now because of what happened last time. We got to go a little slow. 2 days after that, everybody grew wings again. They're flying in all directions. No control. So I'm saying here, when you stop these guys for reckless driving, most especially reckless driving, I believe you should give them a fat ticket. That ticket will start putting pressure on the company. And the company, these boys don't like to spend a dime anyway. So the other thing is maintenance. If they do inspection on these vehicles, you will see that the vehicles will be maintained 2 different times, right? One in front of my church and one a little past my church. The vehicles fell there. The driver got crushed from his waist down, the one that fell in front of my church. The one that happened a little past my church in the neighbor's yard, I don't think he sustained any kind of serious injuries, because he had dirt in there and it fell on the side. What are these guys doing to not be paying attention to run off the road like that even that driver had to die? It's amazing to me. And you can see the people making any kind of an effort. That's the one that bothers me the most. They don't make any kind of effort that will make these people think. If a driver makes some sort of serious mistake or accident, you need to punish him in some way. Suspend his driver's license after investigation. If he's found guilty, suspend the guy's driver's license for reckless driving or whatever reason you got to do it. And he will be able to lie down for those 2 weeks or 2 months, whatever it is, to be able to concentrate on his fault and maybe adjust and change. So that's how I see it, gentlemen.
See it, the nighttime. Fala, right? Swansea Fala say, can we bridge crane there at least? Let them drive at night. The night drive will be okay from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. They have a duty trucks instead of them riding through the normal hours earlier in the day.
It's not an off the mark request or recommendation, but you have to choose what time. In other words, you have people that are doing the construction, the house construction, some people building stores. These are all mostly local people. So those kind of travels have to happen in the daytime. Doing the roads also. The roads got to be done. We've been crying for roads, and we got the person who really cares about roads. So we're going to be having those people delivered at daytime because they need dirt to fill in these different places. On the other hand, though, people who are doing mining, for example, if these people are transporting iron ore, these people can do at nighttime when most cars not running the roads. So if they chose to do that, I think that particular sector would be saving a lot of lives and properties also. So I think that's how the division could be made. Because I'm building a house for my sister right now. I mean, I'm helping her build a house. So if we don't get the dirt to fill up the area today, it's going to be a little difficult. The yellow machine will have to come and spread it for us too. So this is, and I'm not excusing anybody for having a reason to speed all over the place. You can go carefully. You can make sure that if it is 20 miles per hour in that, that's the other thing too. We don't really have posted signs. And posting signs, even if the person doesn't read, somebody who reads in that vehicle will say, oh, listen, you got to go 20 miles per hour. Or now in Liberia, we do kilometers now. And many of the people may not know how to convert it, but it's not that difficult. It's pretty simple. If you want to convert, I don't know if I'm going off topic here, but just to give a little education on that, if they said 30 miles per hour, 30 kilometers per hour, and you took 0.62 times about that, you would come up with the miles per hour. So here you go. I'm saying here, if these guys are going 20 kilometers per hour in the zone, it shouldn't be that fast, right? They can be able to plow the area, get to the destination in a safe fashion, and deliver their goods. And we all would be happy because we're not hearing that bad news. I wouldn't be happy if a truck even had an accident by itself and not killing somebody. I wouldn't be happy because that's a lot of money to repair those things. Or if it's gone, it's gone. But these guys have to be careful. And transporting in the daytime is necessary. As a matter of fact, very necessary. Transporting at nighttime could be limited to mining companies, transporting the iron ore and other things that it need. That's what I would say on that part.
10 o'clock. That's why I was still on that part. Reverend Melvin Lackey is live with us on the last segment of the Truth Breakfast Show. We want to make this interactive now. Nowadays, we keep saying this, talking about reckless driving of drivers, truck drivers. Not all of the truck drivers, but they are in the majority. Yes, like I was like one apple spoils the whole tree.
That's true.
Yeah. So, but let's hear from you. Let's hear your own experience. You've been following the discussion this morning. You can call us and participate this morning. 0770-153-265. 0770-153-265. We're talking about reckless driving by majority of the trucks drivers. Some of those trucks are believed to be owned by top officials, so it makes it difficult for police impound them. The next minute they get released. Yes, let's get some calls coming out. 0770-153-265. Let's hear from you this morning. Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Let me say good morning to Maka, and let me say good morning to Reverend Laki.
Morning. Some of you, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the recognition on you. I had the privilege, to fly the RIA, while on my way to the airport, I saw, Reverend Laki, getting the television around the yellow building. But, I wanted to see the baby, because when I come in the start, I get a girl.
You have a Dodge heavy truck.
just and I finish so I just say my eye and just focus on the way and trust the chop. So I'm 5 minutes ago for the religion, I wish I could meet very like he's a very good man, always put in the country first. And I will let me do my voice to your voice, to say that the truck drivers in the country gotta be very careful. They also that these guys will be traveling unless but let the motor let the thing all with the 5 a.m. They should leave the road. As soon as the evening time before 5 o'clock, they just apply the road to carry on a business road.
Okay.
So you got get the last one in the now the guys I think they are doing construction work on the road. So since they want to be working to the post to get a work completed, I will advise that the Labrador National Police leads in the borough. If you go to get it, you see. Put up the thing that I want to attention.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. You right.
Thank you, my young man.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Man, right on replace her.
Morning. Okay.
I think it was down and I manage with you. You want to see stubborn. That issue have been important. This is important. The next generation in the single even up to now, like you're telling morning. The market was very something. They never want to. There were 3 tests in a row. The truck going the home. Knowing that another come even almost 400 in the morning. So
And when the accident occurred, they would just jump from the truck and run away. Run away.
Yeah. You see? So the media, you see that what to do is wrong. So that's me on this time, they get a ticket and they put it here but like he was saying, you don't have a ticket, you think that the whatever they come around to you, once you go down the comment. So I appreciate it also a lot of board. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
They got it at 1-0 there.
Very like leading to 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0.
Good morning.
Good morning, and let me say good morning to Reverend Lake. And thanks for this segment of your show. As usual, I'm phone from District 4, and this is the voice of Akwe Senior. Mother Oni, let me just share my little experience when it comes to this issue of truck drivers and the kind of reckless driving that they do. Of recent, right before the African Dream Academy, the Samuel Ender School, it was at the end of school, I witnessed an accident right there, right in front of the school. When this truck knew, I don't know where this truck came from. But you see that this truck is not even really worth it. I'm telling you something serious. What is that day when you this truck with this? I think 16, I don't know how many inches. It was loaded to the core. And what happens, I don't know whether the weight from the brakes was able to, wheel that truck some kind of way on you. There was a keke right by that truck. You just that God grace was with those people that day, and the people, nothing happened to them. But the entire truck fell on the right side. On you, you could see that truck. Even in the interior, I don't think it's even worth it to ply the road in the interior or in the rural area. So I'm bringing this to the attention of the police authority. I think like some of you said, the police, some of them are just constant in certain areas where they think they can be able to get fast vehicle or dies.
No.
No, that would be police people.
That's going to kill our OPS then, man. I really don't want. Yes, you got another call. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning, Truth FM.
Morning.
Okay, so this whole truck issue, I'm a victim of it. My sister got killed on the same truck right around the Cardwell. The truck was burned by the angry motorcyclist. But what I have a different idea for now.
Okay.
There's a company in Cape Mount called Kinjo, Big Mountain. They got in some trucks. So what we noticed was that because I work in Cape Mount, those trucks were not running like before. So we stopped one of the drivers. I don't know what happened. You stopped them running like that. They said when the people at the company that they bought the trucks from, the Big Mountain company ordered ask the people to come to Liberia and they reduce the speed of the trucks.
They reduce the truck speed?
Yes.
Wow.
So I don't care how you press that truck, you can go above 50.
Like the tanker, you know, when the heavy trucks are carrying the fuel or gasoline, they run on certain miles. They don't go above the speed limit.
No, so what is they continue to say, supervisors continue to say that people they continue to be Martin requested if people that produce the truck, they say they reduce all of the speeds on the truck.
Wow.
Yes, so I think that's another way to curtail this whole issue about overspeeding and reckless driving when it comes to the truck activities in Liberia.
Yes, I mean that's a good one.
Madam Victoria Pava, I've been missing your call. Yeah. So you can still. Okay, she's live now. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to Reverend Like-It. He's always on the phone. That's a sign of love for country. I was reading the book of Prophet this morning that talks about us loving and our reward is favor from God. So I don't think it has to be the second, the third, or the fourth time before the government will take action. I don't know if there's a bureaucracy that people have to go through because you know that certain things have to stop. Because the issue about this truck business, it's not today, it's not yesterday. And keep going on. For instance, they are facing Joseph Road. I mean, see, the all the guys will go behind you. So often. So I just want to just add my voice. My people, you have to get on the air to tell people that the drugs are causing problems. This is supposed to be instant a solution. This is what we came for. This is what you came for. So let's do something that we can live peacefully. If we must travel, let them be safe. If we must sleep, let us be safe. If we must walk, let us be safe. Because every pedestrian, when we walk in the trust, they just jump into you and do anything. So thank you. May God bless you. May God bless you.
Okay. Well, thank you for making your contribution. You can also do the same on 0770-202579. This one. Good morning.
Good morning, Maka. Good morning, O'Neill.
Good morning.
My name is Curtis Victor. I'm calling you from History Factory. All these problems we are facing today, they derive from our legislators. Our legislators, instead of making law that can make this place to be peaceful, they are augmenting their strength to earn more money. This is a simple matter. As Brother Lucky said it, make sure any driver who causes problem, the lesson should be revoked. No way to drive in the country for 1 year. More especially when you are all speeding. Take the lesson from the man. You should not drive in the country for 1 year. People will be afraid to run with speed that they are doing. Even in here, Somalia drive. If you are not taking time, they will bust your head. I mean, look in the city. They train on them when they are going to bomb. They will if you have high blood pressure, you will go up. Please, let the legislature make law concerning these people. All truck drivers in the city, your limit is this 20 miles per hour or 20 miles per hour. Simple.
Yeah, the caller who said like B Bounty have dropped the miles per speed on the traffic. I think it's something very, very interesting that the police can work along with trucks owners. Just drop the speed of the trucks. That whether you like it or not, you ride in the city, you have to drive on this length of speed. Anyway, so let's see, we can take just one call or one or two more, then we'll call it a day. We'll go back to Reverend Melvin Lake. Yes, go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning, Reverend.
Good morning.
I'm shouting from a calling from Canada City, GGY.
Okay.
I'm a driver all around the road. There comes to the trust issue.
Harry, did they driver?
Hello?
You're a heavy duty driver? Are you a heavy duty driver?
Like the driver, taxi driver.
Okay.
Yeah, the small boys are they truck in the morning, they take their drugs, drink their liquor, what is yeah, you driving, you know, but they bring home, Saturday, the whole day bring home. You get a chance to go. You don't get a chance to walk in your car. So please write into these fields about this. This is my point. Please.
Okay. Yes, several members like hey, listening up to the callers.
To all you guys that called. And you know, in Liberia, one of the old sayings that we remember is united we stand, divided we fall. You see, don't stop. Whoever you can call, the representative, the senator, your commissioner, whoever you can talk to, let them get involved because we become bigger and stronger. I know bigger doesn't necessarily mean better, but in this case, it'll work if we do that together. I'd like to thank you all so very much for calling. I'd like to thank the radio station as well. The part here to talk about the speed regulation, I don't know if he's referring to the, because he said they came and did it on the trucks. Now, if every truck owner could do that, that'd be wonderful. You know, where if you have to, you can, I know what he's talking about. You can press that accelerator until it goes down to the floor. It wouldn't move more than that. As a matter of fact, you would feel the resistance. It would start to resist. It would push back on you. So yes, I agree with that. If it could happen. But then what about the Ministry of Transport and the police department? These inspections that they're doing, they shouldn't limit it to driver's license, registration, or insurance, fire extinguisher. Those are not just the things that bring about safety. What really brings about safety is the education and the education, the quality of the vehicles, and of course the involvement of these authorities like the police department and transport. You can inspect a vehicle in a very simple fashion. You can inspect the signals, the lights are not broken, the engine not smoking. These are some of the simple things too. But again, like the last gentleman has said, I believe, is if you see a person driving recklessly, if the guy is speeding, don't just, tell him, my man, don't speed or, stop what you do. You got to give him a ticket for something like that because that's death in the making. So we got to do better. One of the things I want to say here is that without this radio station, I don't know, this is my point to be able to say my last statement and stuff like that. Yeah, close enough. This radio station, I'm not saying it because I'm sitting in front of O'Neill and Makar. These guys are really, really helping Liberia. I can hear them apologizing sometimes saying, oh, I'm sorry if you feel bad about this or that. But Mark and O'Neill, I'll tell you, the truth is the truth. People may not like it, but there will come a time that what you are saying will be realized and will be realized almost instantaneously because it's the truth. Okay, it will make us free. I believe honestly that all of these people that own these vehicles, like maybe some ministers own it or whoever else, lawmakers, you have to be able to feel the pain of the people. When one person dies from your family, you become one person short. But the other part is that you will never ever see that person again. All the aspirations of that person is gone. That person become a father, a mother, to whatever and bring up a family or already has, and that's gone. So I just want to caution people to realize that every life that is lost is a part of you. We always say we are Liberians. We cannot be deported from any other country. These are all good cliches, but how do we implement these things for us to realize we are Liberians? Okay, so the truck drivers, they have to go to school in some way, whether they be taught in French, English, or tribe. I don't know. They said they want to bring about Pele to be the most, next to English in Liberia here. If they can do that, that would be wonderful. But again, everybody can't speak Pele. So whoever is educated can educate the other one. So we must move on. My last thing I got to say is, without us working hard, our representative for our communities, from our districts, our senators from our counties, if we don't say something about this, more will happen. These kids these days don't listen very well anyway. These kids are driving. Somebody mentioned that these are boys who are driving, kids who are driving. I am telling you, they are very young. And if you took a 15-year-old boy and left him in your mansion or your house and it went away, that boy will not know how to maintain that. He will invite his friends and they will have party. In other words, we don't give driver's licenses to kids. We don't. That's exactly the reason why, because of sense of responsibility. If you took a driver's license and give it to a kid, that's what's going to happen. They will not recognize the rules and regulations. They will think they're invincible, and they will do all kinds of crazy stuff. No abuse, no disrespect. So we need to press on them to change the dynamics of how they treat their people. Thank you so much for taking me here, having me here, and I pray to God that this station will continue to go on.
All right, the voice of Reverend Melvin Lackey closing us up on the Thursday edition of the True Breakfast Show. It's been wonderful having breakfast since 7:30 this morning. Thanks to all of our callers, our silent listeners. You don't call, you don't text, you listen to us every morning. We'll see you on tomorrow, hopefully at 7:30 on Friday. Yes, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay out of trouble. No one is above the law. In the midst of all I will do, country fresh. On behalf of the entire team, Maka Davis, my name is Oni Roberts. God bless Liberia. Keep making the country great. Bye-bye.